Hey, hello. This is Ralph coming back with a little personal share. Kind of answering the question, okay, what do I have to do to succeed? And I mean, you can take this question, you can look at it from several different perspectives. It's like, what do I have to do to succeed in my marriage? What do I have to do to succeed in my business? What do I have to do to succeed in life in general? And actually, there are some commonalities in all three of these different examples. The first thing I would say is show up. First mistake so many people make is they don't, they have such a fear of failure that they don't show up to do anything. They are so afraid of failing that they end up doing nothing. I had a guy I used to deal with, about 20 years ago, man. He was an old man then. He's gone now, but oh gosh, this was an old guy in his 80s. He was a genius. And you wouldn't know it because he talked like Elmer Fudd. But he was a genius. He worked in California. He was responsible. Now, he didn't tell me any details. Not no top secret details, but he was one of those guys. He was responsible for the transportation of nuclear weapons. He didn't tell me exactly what he did, but I mean, I knew he had experience in aircraft, he had experience in nuclear weaponry, and he had experience in you know transporting them around the globe. And I mean, he was a specialist, a par excellence. And he would tell me how he would interview people that wanted to come in to his office and work with him. And he would always ask them, okay, thank you for coming by. Nice to see you. Now tell me, what are a few of the mistakes that you have made in your life? First question. Imagine going in for a job interview and having the person interviewing you say, with the very first question, I want to know what mistakes you have made in your life so far. And that was his style, though. And sometimes he'd get people that would come in there and they'd say, I haven't made any mistakes. And he'd look at them when they'd say that and he'd say, well, it doesn't sound like you've done much in your life then, huh? And he'd show them the door. Now, if somebody was brutally honest and they'd say, okay, yeah, I've made some mistakes. This is one mistake I've made. This is another mistake I made. This is another mistake I've made. He'd look at them and he'd say, what did you learn from those mistakes? And if the answer was nothing, I've learned to make all new mistakes. I didn't learn anything from my past mistakes. But if the person was actually admitting their mistakes and telling this guy what they were learning from their mistakes, he'd say, okay, I may have a place for you here. Because he wanted people that would take action. He wanted people that weren't perfect, but were learning. Because those are some very valuable things we have in life, is the ability to learn and the ability to learn from our own mistakes and the ability to learn from the mistakes of others. If we're willing to show up, do the work, take action, make a few mistakes here and there, and learn from those mistakes, then we have the ability to grow in our life. Now, sadly, there are a lot of people that lack this ability. They don't want to fail. They don't want to make mistakes. If they do make mistakes, they certainly don't want to own up to them and take responsibility for them. Who was it? Sigmund Freud once said that people really don't want freedom. And that statement would shock some people, but he'd persist. Most people really do not want freedom because freedom means taking responsibility for your life. And most people are afraid to take responsibility. Responsibility scares so many people. And so many people, rather than taking responsibility, making mistakes and owning up to them, and then learning from those mistakes, they'd rather sit back and do nothing. And so, yeah, this guy I used to work with back when I was a pulpit minister, he was one of my parishioners. And it was like, man, this guy was a gem in so many different ways, but just common sense. It's like, yeah, what mistakes have you made in your life? Have you been showing up? Have you been trying? Have you been working? Have you been growing? And if a person insisted, I haven't made any mistakes, then he knew, okay, either you don't know what you're talking about or you're a liar, or you haven't done anything in your life because we all make mistakes. We're all human beings. We're all human beings, human becomers. Some of us are professional human screw ups because it seems like we're making one mistake after another. But as long as we're learning from those mistakes, that's okay. If we're not learning from those mistakes, then that's not okay. We're not growing, we're not learning, we're not advancing. But yeah, the first thing you need to do to succeed in anything in life, in your own personal relationships, your business relationships, financial relationships, be willing to show up, be willing to learn, be willing to grow, do what needs to be done. And if you screw up, great. You don't just get a participation trophy, you get the screw up trophy. You've made some mistakes and now you get to learn how to correct those mistakes and make things better, make things all right. Try to make things all right. Some mistakes are so big you really can't fix them, but you can learn from them, and it will help you go forward. I know another guy. I never dealt with this guy personally, but I heard this story in entrepreneurial circles, is that this guy was working as an executive for this one very demanding CEO, and he made a huge mistake, and it cost the company like $10,000. And he went to the boss, and the boss was not happy, and he knew, okay, he's going to fire me. I know. I screwed up big time. And yeah, the boss yelled at this guy. He said, how could you be so stupid? You really screwed this deal up. What the heck happened? And he laid into him about 10, 15-minute tirade. And at the end of that tirade, this employee, this executive employee, he hung his head down and he said, sir, do you want to fire me? Do you want my resignation? And the boss looked at him, kind of surprised. And he said, why would I want to fire you? Over the years, I put about $100,000 into your education. This 10 grand that you just lost, that we'll just tack that on to your education. I've invested a lot in your training. I don't want to lose that. And that boss was kind of like the old guy I used to deal with as a pastor. He realized, okay, people are going to make mistakes. That's just par for the course. But are you going to learn from those mistakes? Are you going to take that loss that you had in business or in life, and are you going to learn from it? Or are you just going to hide it, deny it, pretend it never happened, and fail to learn from it? And yeah, if you're not learning, you're not growing, and you will not progress in life. So, yeah, what do we have to do to succeed in life? Be willing to show up. Be willing to do what's necessary. Be willing to take a few risks, even if it means potentially making a fool of ourselves. I never really wanted to be doing live streams, pre recorded, live, whatever. I didn't really want to be showing my face on YouTube because I felt I've got a face for radio. I got a good radio voice. I got a good face for radio too. I'd rather just, do the radio thing, baby. Yeah. We're tuning in to KYYY 109, baby. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I had to get over that because I started to learn from my coaches, from people that have been investing their time in me, that, going live once or twice a day is a great way to grow your business. And if you're afraid to show your face on camera, you need to kind of get over that because people like to do business online with folks that they know, like, and trust. And if you're afraid to show your face online, people are going to be afraid to do business with you. That's just the way it is. Took me a few years to begin to figure this out, but I finally figured it out. And now I'm getting this pretty face out in front of everybody, bad teeth and all. And, I used to be kind of self conscious about that, but I just say now, yeah, this is part of my growth experience. I've got bad teeth. I'm kind of growing with it. And once I get my home based business empire built up sufficiently, we're going to take care of these bad puppies and maybe get a gold plated grill or something. Who knows? At least get some decent dentures. But yeah, God knows I need them now. But yeah, you need to get over yourself. You need to be willing to take a few risks and you need to put yourself out there because one thing that's true in life, true in business, true in anything, people like to deal with other people that they know. I mean, would you call up somebody on the phone? Say you're a guy living in Cleveland. You call up a woman in New York City. She's never seen you. She's never met you. You just got her phone number from out of the phone book or something. You call her by random and say, "Hey, Pat. Yeah, this is Ralph. You want to go out tonight?" And her reaction is, "I don't know a Ralph. Ralph who? Who are you? Who are you?" It's like, no, no, that would be crazy. But yet people will do that online by getting a Facebook profile going that's got a cartoon character instead of their own face on the Facebook page. They'll be afraid to really show their own face anywhere online. Some people are even afraid to be speaking in their own voice. They want to use these computer gadgets to you know generate AI, generate imagery and a voice and just talk to people that way using a fake image and a fake voice. That's no way to be building confidence with people. That's no way to be building trust with people. You do have to take some risks. You got to be willing to put yourself out there. And in online business, I see this mistake being made by so many people over and over and over again is that they show up when they feel like showing up, but they don't show up using their own face and their own voice. They'll use a computer generated image, and when it comes time to using a voice, they'll use an AI generated voice. And it's like some of this AI stuff is getting pretty good. It is getting kind of convincing. But I mean, you can tell if somebody looks real or if they look 100% fake. And people that look 100% fake, other people don't want to do business with people like that. So you got to show up, be willing to make mistakes, be willing to learn from your mistakes, be authentic, and yeah, just be real. Be yourself, warts and all. The people that end up becoming attracted to you, they say your vibe attracts your tribe. The people that end up being attracted to you will be attracted to you for all the right reasons because you are being you. You're being yourself. You're being your better self. And that's a good thing. People that amass a following on social media by being fake, it's like, yeah, they'll go a certain distance, but at the end of the day, the people that they attract, they won't want to stay with this person because they just get bad vibes. They get a bad feeling. It's like, I get the feeling this person isn't being real. I get the feeling this person doesn't really care about me. They care about grabbing my money. Yeah, but they don't care about me. And at the end of the day, yeah, people just don't stay with folks like that. People will be attracted to people who are honest, have integrity, who are sincere, and are showing up, letting people see them, letting people hear them, letting people know their thoughts, what's going through their mind, how do they think. And when you do that, you do it in an authentic manner, people will be attracted to you and they'll want to do business with you. And as long as you're being authentic and you're offering a great product, a great service, a great opportunity, and you're delivering consistent value, they will want to stay with you whether you got perfect teeth or not, whether you're knockout gorgeous or whether you're just, ugly as can be. So, yeah, all that other superficial stuff, end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, it really doesn't matter. What matters is, are you being your authentic self? So, those few tips, this was all from the heart, not really rehearsed, nothing written down. But yeah, remember, if you want to succeed in life, show up, do the work, do the job, be willing to make mistakes, and more importantly, be willing to learn from those mistakes. And then, number five, be honest, be authentic, be yourself, and focus on delivering some value. Don't just say, hey, join me in a business. Cue the business thing. Yeah, don't just say, join me in a business, but be willing to deliver value first. And if by any chance you do want to join me in a business, there's my offer, right there. ralphshomebiz.com/offers. We got a free mastermind group you can participate in, the Grow Rich Mastermind Collection. It is brilliant. I'm there every morning, Monday through Friday. We've got some training offers that are there. We've got a home-based business opportunity that pays 80% commissions. We've got a gold and silver opportunity that it's network marketing. It's not as good payment on the commissions, but it ain't bad once you build a team. So yeah, check all that stuff out. If you see anything that you would like to know more about, click on it, see if it see if it's right for you. And if you need to talk with me, you can reach out to me, message me on social media, but let me know why you're messaging me. I, I get so many cute girls, not bragging because I can't figure it out myself, but so many cute girls that just message me wanting to say, hi, what's up? What's happening? What's going on? I don't know what they want. It's like, I think a lot of these are just foreign women or foreign guys pretending to be women wanting to hook up with people in the United States that they perceive as being wealthy. And actually, I'm not wealthy. I'm building my empire, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm getting there. But yeah, I get so many just spam comments, spam messages on Facebook and Twitter and other social media sites. So yeah, if you want to hit me up on social media about a business, let me know it's about a business. Don't just say hi. Just let me know, hey Ralph, saw your live stream, wanted to chat about, this business opportunity or that, or wanted to talk a little bit, and yeah, I will respond to that. But if it's just like, hi, how are you? You're cute. I get that a lot too. Believe it or not, yeah, yeah. Wow, I must be a real chick magnet. But yeah, hit me up on social media. Let me know why you're hitting me up, and yeah, we can chat there. So that is all for this recording. We're going to be broadcasting this live at 5:55 p.m. on Monday through Friday, doing it during the prime time hours. And yeah, just answering random questions or talking about random things. Might even call this just random stuff with Ralph. But anyway, thank you for dropping by. If you like this random stuff, please like, share, and randomly subscribe. And we'll be talking to you later. As always, thanks again and God bless. Bye bye.